Kyrie Irving is a name that's been making waves in the NBA for years now. From his amazing performances on the court to his outspoken personality off of it, Kyrie has become a household name in the world of basketball. But it's not just his incredible handles and finishing at the rim skills that have people talking. Kyrie has also become known for his outspoken, controversial opinions, from flat earth theories to not wanting to get vaccinated. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into Kyrie Irving's most ridiculous and controversial opinions. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. We all know Kyrie Irving is no stranger to controversy, and one of his most infamous moments came in 2017 when he publicly stated that he believed the Earth was flat. Yes, you heard that right. Flat. This statement sent shockwaves throughout the NBA and the world, with many people wondering how a professional athlete who has access to some of the best education and resources in the world could possibly believe in such a ridiculous notion. So how did this all come about? Well, it all started when Kyrie appeared on the podcast Road Trippin' with RJ and Channing in February 2017. During the episode, the topic of conspiracy theories came up, and Kyrie revealed that he believed the Earth was flat. He went on to explain his reasoning, citing the lack of a visible curvature and the fact that he had never seen any actual proof that the Earth was round. Almost immediately after the podcast aired, Kyrie's comments became a trending topic on social media. Fans, fellow athletes, and even scientists were quick to condemn his beliefs, calling them ridiculous and harmful. Some even went as far as to say that Kyrie was spreading dangerous misinformation to his young fans. Despite the backlash, Kyrie stood by his beliefs, even going so far as to double down on them in subsequent interviews. He told an ESPN reporter that he wasn't alone in his beliefs, claiming that there were huge groups of people who believed the Earth was flat. He even went on to say that the globe model was a conspiracy perpetuated by, quote-unquote, particular groups. The controversy surrounding Kyrie's flat Earth beliefs continued to grow, and eventually, it began to affect his career. Fans at games started taunting him with signs and chants, and media members began to question his judgment and intelligence. Even his fellow NBA players started to weigh in, with some calling him crazy and ignorant. Finally, in November 2018, Kyrie publicly apologized for his comments, admitting that he had been wrong and that he had let his fans and teammates down. He attributed his initial beliefs to his own lack of education and critical thinking skills, saying that he had since educated himself and come to the realization that the Earth is, in fact, round. The flat Earth controversy may have been one of the most bizarre moments in Kyrie Irving's career, but it also served as a cautionary tale about the dangers of spreading misinformation and the importance of critical thinking. Whether or not Kyrie truly believed in a flat Earth, his comments sparked an important conversation about science, education, and the responsibility that comes with being a public figure. Kyrie Irving was a hot topic in the NBA during the 2021 through 2022 season because of his vaccine controversy. When New York City set a vaccine mandate for private employers, Irving refused to get vaccinated. That meant that unvaccinated athletes in the city were not allowed to play in home games. The Nets guard was initially sidelined for all home games, but not wanting a part-time player, the team decided to hold Irving out of the road games as well. The mandate was later changed to allow Irving to play in Brooklyn towards the end of the season. In an episode of The Etceteras with Kevin Durant and Eddie Gonzalez, Irving referred to himself as a martyr because of the situation. He stated that he was not expecting a mandate to be brought down in a way that would prevent him from playing, although, a mandate is a mandate, and it was quite clear. He mentioned that many things he says, either publicly or privately, would be considered controversial. He wanted to stay rooted in his decision despite the backlash and ultimatum the city gave him with the vaccine mandate. Irving has still not publicly explained why he will not be vaccinated. His decision caused mixed reactions. Many Nets fans were excited about the team's playoff aspirations, with a well-rested Irving giving the team an edge at home. Others poked fun at his habit of randomly missing games for personal reasons or nagging knee injuries. Conservative sports pundit Clay Travis congratulated Irving for persevering, stating that he and other athletes did not conform to what they believe are absurd COVID rules. Irving's return to the floor proved inconsequential in the playoffs as Boston went on to sweep Brooklyn in the first round. Months after the season ended, Irving reignited the debate over the vaccine's effectiveness by posting a 20-year-old clip of conspiracy theorist Alex Jones describing a quote-unquote new world order that would unleash viruses to gain control of the public. In this video, Jones said, quote, "By releasing diseases and viruses and plagues upon us, we then basically get shoved into their system," end quote. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, among Irving's critics, wrote that Kyrie would be dismissed as a comical buffoon if it weren't for his influence over young people. The pandemic was no joke, and the loss of life, economic ruin, and psychological effects are still being felt. During that time, governments and citizens alike struggled with lockdowns, mask mandates, and more. However, with Kyrie's refusal to get the jab in New York, it highlighted the controversy surrounding vaccines and mandates. Irving hasn't publicly explained why he didn't want to get it, but he was standing firm in his decision, even if that meant not being able to play in certain games. His stance has garnered both support and criticism, but only time will tell if his decision was the right one. In late 2022, Irving managed to start one of the most serious controversies of his career. It all started when Irving posted a link to a documentary on Twitter that had been widely condemned as being grossly anti-Semitic. The 7-time NBA All-Star received a 5-game ban from the league for his actions. The Brooklyn Nets, his team at the time, also issued a statement condemning his behavior, and he was subsequently suspended until he completed some unspecified remedial measures. Kyrie's actions drew widespread condemnation from fans and fellow athletes. However, despite the backlash, he initially refused to take responsibility for his actions, leading to further condemnation from the Anti-Defamation League, a non-profit organization that fights all forms of anti-Semitism and bias. In response to the controversy, Kyrie issued a statement on Instagram, apologizing for the hurt and pain he had caused and claiming he was learning from this unfortunate event. However, during a news event the following day, Kyrie failed to explicitly condemn the documentary's anti-Semitic message. This led to further condemnation from the Nets, who issued a strongly worded statement banning him from the team, stating that he was, quote, "currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets," end quote. The team also pledged to work with the Anti-Defamation League to develop education in the community and donate $500,000 to organizations working to eradicate hate and intolerance. While Irving found some allies online, including rapper Kanye West, who posted several messages of support, the Anti-Defamation League said it could not accept Irving's donation and claimed that Kyrie feels no accountability for his actions. Kyrie played just 29 of the Nets' 82 regular season games for the 2021-22 season after refusing to get vaccinated during the pandemic, and this only added gas to the fire. His actions have led to severe consequences for him personally and his team. It's a reminder that, as public figures, athletes need to be mindful of their actions and impact they can have on others. Kyrie even lost his Nike deal only because of the many controversies he's been causing. While the latest one about anti-Semitism might have been the one that pulled the plug, Nike was certainly considering it beforehand. Following his suspension, Phil Knight, the co-founder of Nike, expressed skepticism in an interview with CNBC that they could collaborate in the future. Knight made it clear that Irving had crossed the line with his remarks, stating, "Kyrie stepped over the line. It's a straightforward matter. He made statements that we cannot tolerate, and that is why we terminated the partnership, and I had no issues with that." Kyrie made a bold statement about his departure from Nike by taking thick black tape and covering the middle and back parts of the shoe. He wrote over the tape with the words, "I am free, thank you God, I am," and "logo here." So there you have it, folks, a breakdown of Kyrie Irving's ridiculous controversial opinions. It's no secret that he's sparked intense debate and criticism across the NBA and broader communities. While some may defend his right to free speech and expression, it's clear that his comments and actions have offended many and also lost him over $10 million from the games he had to miss. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on Kyrie Irving as a basketball player and as a human being, and we'll see you in the next video.